Italian Wine Podcast. Cin Cin with Italian wine people.
I'm with Renzo Rosso, who's a genes genius and also a wine producer in northern Italy. Welcome, Renzo.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about when you were a small boy growing up on your family farm. Where was it and what was life like?
I was born in Padua. I was in a little village, just 2,000 people lives there, and I was born in a farm. So my parents educate me with, at that time it was nothing there, and I helping them to doing everything in the farm, working the land, the wines, all the agricultural production. So that was my growth, but I am still very proud of my education because my father gave me the value of the life, how to be loyal with the people and how to respect the people, some kind of education that today is quite difficult to find on the young new generation.
Did you have animals on your farm or what were you growing?
Yeah, we have animals, so all kind of animals.
So you were milking cows when you were small and things like that?
Yes, it was a very good experience to do that.
So were you a physically strong boy when you were small?
A strong boy. I don't know if I was a strong boy. I was a boy that helped my father to running daily after school to do something to survive.
And were you good in school?
I was good in the beginning of the school. I was not so nice on the secondary school.
Was that because was the secondary school just boys or was it boys and girls?
Boys and girls, but I really don't like so much to study. After I went to the fashion industry, and that was much more easy for me because it was a school without teachers, school where you can do what you like, and at the end I succeed. So that's great.
Did you have a sense when you were small that you had like a kind of intuition rather than, you say you didn't really like studying and maybe formality, maybe did you have like an intuition connection with nature? When
I was young I have intuition that I can do something really, so I don't care about who I can become. I just want to be a little bit more than a simple person, someone that can run in a team. Because even when I was very young, when I play soccer with my people, we play soccer on the garden, we play soccer everywhere in front of the church. And I was the one that I have the ball, I was the one that I divide the team. So some kind of leadership.
Yeah, so you were very well organized and good at motivation.
I am Virgo, so Virgo are very well organized and precise.
So obviously the job that you do in terms of fashion and making wine, they're team sports. How do they differ when you can't control nature when you make wine, but you can control the fabric you use for some of your famous genes? But
it's very different when you are in a farm when you are on the fashion industry. And the fashion industry, I think, is a very clean industry because we don't have dirty things, but at the same time it's quite impossible to produce real organic cottons because I try even with the Bono box in Uganda to do that, and let's say that you can, but it's not at the end so 100% organic. It's much more easy when you're producing food. Because producing food, if you're working well and you are tough, you are serious, you're controlling the agriculture, from the beginning to the end, you are sure that you have the right product and is organic. Now that I am into Natura Seed, that is this bio-organic company in Italy, quite important company. I am inside in this company, and I see when people, they give me an incredible education about that. And you can see when people are eating organic and when people doesn't, the difference, especially on the children's. The doctors send the children's, they have problems on the skin after 2 weeks that they're eating organic, everything disappears. So the food at the end is true. You are what you eat.
But when you were small, what did you eat on your farm? Were you growing?
Everything. Everything. It was not organic mentality. It was just
survival.
Just survive, yeah. Because it was we was not poor, but we live with what we have.
Did you have machinery, or were you working with animals then to say plough the soil?
Yeah, we have the tractor. I remember that I started to drive the tractor at 5 years. And, all my friends was like, they don't believe it. They say, come on, guys, come to see me. It was it was nice grow at the end. It was nice grow.
Do you sometimes feel very sort of detached from that sort of simple life? Because you are globally famous, you're a global brand, you're always traveling around. Does it sometimes, do you think, I wish I could go back to those days, that simplicity, or would that be too boring for you?
I am back on my simplicity because I travel all over the world every week, and at the end, for me, it's very nice to be home. I live in a very simple way. I think to eat well is a luxury today. To have a nice wine is a luxury. To have all the facility at home is a luxury. But I am very simple. I like to stay home, invite my friends. I am there with my family, my children, and I don't like to go out in the night to do crazy things. The simplicity, I think, and a good bottle of wine and good food, and say a lot of bullshit and cry just because you're happy with your friends. That's fantastic.
Kind of ironically, I mean, your jeans must be worn in every single nightclub around the world on every single night of the week, and you quite like going home and just having a quiet pizza with your family. So what are your plans for your farm? Explain a little bit about your farm and how it came into your hands.
I bought the farm just because it was a beautiful property that was on the market, and I keep it the farm very, very wide, like it was at that moment, and now it's like a natural park where people is going to work, where people can go to take the fruits, people is going to enjoy during the weekend.
So where is the farm exactly, and what's the name of the village?
The village is Marostica, and the farm is a 300 meter on the sea level, but it's fantastic because
Is it near? Where's it? What's the nearest city though?
it's not a city, but it looks like a city. It's Bassano del Grappa. 55,000 people lives there. The city is Vicenza.
Okay, your nearest city is Vicenza, right? And which sort of appellation or wine region are you in? Is your vineyard and farm in?
They do Merlot, Chardonnay, this very classical wine. But you can see, for example, we have a famous wine producer there, like Maculan, for example.
So you're in Briganze.
Yeah, it's very close, very close. And same quality of wine from where we are and where are Maculan. The wine is very different. It's because we are 300 meters on the sea level and it makes a totally different product.
And you have a very volcanic soil, don't you? Why is that important?
We have that, yes. I don't know, because that's the nature. That's the nature. So it's just a stone. It's not land, and you cannot do any agricultural production. You just have trees, and trees. We have wine and olive oil, and we have vegetables for us.
So you've worked with lots of famous photographers. You've been famous not just for your jeans, but for your advertising campaigns.
Yes.
And wine marketing is often incredibly boring. And unimaginative. What suggestions would you make to people marketing wine? How can you reach particularly the younger generation of consumers?
I think you can follow maybe some nice brand when they're doing ironic advertising, advertising with a sympathy, advertising that makes a relation with the consumer. I think that's is something that is totally missing on the wine business. People sometimes in this category of product are too serious. You need to be a little bit more funny, a little bit more enjoy the life. And I think if you're doing this kind of advertising, you can gain even more success.
More loyalty from people.
Yes, because even the new generation, they're looking for something like this. Otherwise, the wine area is too serious, and too conservative, and maybe too old. You need to becoming a little bit more younger.
When you were small, did you imagine you would end up where you are now as a globally recognized fashion icon?
No, really, I can never think in something like this. I just want to be a little bit more than someone, but I can never imagine to arrive where I am. And when I started my business, I thinking, wow, I can die the day that I can do 50 million euro sales.
When have you reached that?
No, we reached that many years ago. Now we're doing 1.6 billion, so it's great.
So what's your next challenge? You've a successful fashion icon, vineyard wine producer. What's next? Any other?
No, my dream, today we are here for my wine, and my dream is really to becoming a nice boutique wine labels. So not something so commercial, not something for everybody, but I want to work for the quality. First, I want to be really sure that we have incredible quality, like my jeans. When I saw my jeans, I can compare. You can buy 10 pair of different jeans. I can put different brand. You can put on the table, and I can show you why diesel jeans is so different from the others. So my dream is one day to buy 10 bottles of a beautiful quality of wine, maybe without to know the name, and people say, wow, this wine is fantastic too.
One of the things you mentioned was the importance of diet and healthy food for children. And you obviously now have a farm, you have animals on your farm, and you've got a vineyard. Do you think there is a future for returning to that kind of Italian ideal of a mixed farm where people are getting physically active on the farming and
very much
getting fresh air?
From the moment that I entered in Natura C, I started to deal also with our Italian government for to do a special law to bring the property just for land and not for building houses, so the land cannot increase the price every day. And in this way, we can bring the young people to work in a farm, to work in the land. For example, organic production are great because you can survive, you can gain money. It's not like today, if you're doing normal agricultural production, you're losing money. With the organic, you have possibility to gain money, and it's a good phenomenon right now in California, especially in San Francisco, of the young people that are starting to be a farmer and producing organic food. I tried to do the same in Italy with Natura C.
So when you going back again to when you were small, what did you wear? What did your parents dress you in? Did that influence you at all? Did they give you? I mean, my parents gave me horrible clothes to wear. Was it the same for you? Was that what influenced you?
But me, until 12 years, I just wear the trouser of my old brother because they passed to me.
Yeah, hand-me-downs we call them, hand-me-down.
At 12, finally I went to the market. My mama bought to me the first pair of jeans. And I at the end, I wear Levi's until 1980 when I started to see the diesel jeans. After the diesel jeans, I never be back to other brands because I find that I love so much.
So what why do people get so obsessed about their jeans? Because people do, don't they? Like we do about wine. What is it that makes the jeans such an iconic piece of clothing?
I study why. The reason is that jeans means how to be rebel. Jeans is how to be different. Jeans is to be comfort. Jeans is the weekend. Jeans is the green garden. Jeans is the blue sky. Jeans is the how to feel free. And for this reason, even I say exactly the same things on the 1978 when I started with my company. And I say jeans must be a piece of something that can be in every single garderobe. I remember people at that time doesn't wear so much in denim, and you can see today denim is everywhere.
So what do you think the future of fashion is in terms of design or sourcing?
It's a change a lot, especially now with the digital, especially now with the social network. It's a very big change. What is very difficult now to do product that the consumer dream, because today the consumer, they have everything. So, and also they have a lot of information. They don't are any more loyal with the brands. They go to see what exists in the market, and after they decide what to buy. So our way that we're working today, especially with the communication, to create on the consumer a desire, a dream to buy our product. This is the most difficult things, I think, for every brand.
Very nice to talk to you, Renzo. It's amazing to meet you. Would love to come and see your farm at some stage. Check out all your biodiversity.
I went to you there because it's a really beautiful place.
Thanks very much. Look forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Thanks to you.
Follow us at Italian Wine Podcast on Facebook.